While I was browsing the junk market, I have found interesting this fancy device. And owing to this waveguide tube, this was to be a cavity magnetron with a radar. But after browsing the internet, I realized that it is a tube head of a dental X-ray machine. So now we're going to make the X-ray gun ourselves. Let's carry out some experiments with these deadly rays. How can they affect the electronics? Can X-ray gun erase memory from a flash card? Is X-ray dangerous for our neighbors? And in the end, we will test it on ourselves. For a start, we have to disassemble this device and see what is inside. When we open the lid, we discovered that there is a hell of transformer oil. If I were you, I wouldn't throw it away. And there is the lamp itself. It can't work without oil, it's gonna burn out. Why so? It's gonna overheat. Interesting, there is a small window with no oil. No oil? See, that's the air channel. I can put my finger over here. Oh, in that hole? Yeah. Okay, now we're gonna take this X-ray lamp. In addition to this lamp, there is a high voltage transformer inside, with a multiplier. This multiplier is awesome. From the X-ray, it looks brand new, shiny. But we want the X-ray lamp. Let us get it and see. Cutting. There we go. That is the X-ray lamp itself, all covered in oil. Is its electrode okay? It looks a kinda used. I think it can be cooled through this cavity. And there's a window for rays. It's all made beautifully, cathode, anode. The trouble is, I haven't found any documents or characteristics of this lamp, and I don't know its voltage. I have set 2 volts by trials, but it has voltage drops. When we turn it on, see what's happening. The voltage drops to 0.5 volts, but the cathode starts glowing. Oh, the lamp is on. It is 0.6 volts. Fancy if I used the wrong voltage. I could have burned it. If I had given it 3 or 6 volts, it would be on fire. The infernal red light goes inside of the anode, goes in, and we can see that there's a shining coil. Let's check it for radiation now. As you see, there is no radiation at all. It is 11 microrangens per hour, and that is super normal. So the lamp is not radioactive. X-ray tube head codec TRX708 was manufactured in France. Now it's high time to start making the X-ray gun. Done. The base of the X-ray gun is ready. The multiplier is in the food container. And now we're adding some transformer oil. That is how our, so to say, torture machine looks like. You should put more on the wood, it doesn't stick well. Alright, go easy on me, please. I'm doing it for the first time. Just smear it. I heard that Slivki show like using it. Really? Do they always use much of glue? Yes, and they call it liquid snot. I'm soldering the cathode circuit. Guys, the X-ray machine is ready. We have fastened all we needed to the board. There is the X-ray tube, the high voltage multiplier in oil, the battery for power. Let me show you how it works. And the main thing, a long remote control wire. I switch it on and the deadly rays appear. To get the real X-rays, we need to provide 2 kinds of voltages. The first one is the general voltage, about 1 volt. We will get it from 18650 battery and let the current from it through a very thin wire. As a result, 3.6 volts from this battery will be reduced to 1 volt. The second voltage is 70,000 volts that must go to the anode. That is really much. And we are going to get it from the original X-ray multiplier. And this multiplier needs some voltage, 220 volts of high frequency. We are going to get it from the inverter that we used in Pripyat. It makes 220 volts out of 12 volt. Its voltage and frequency suit us perfectly. We have taken its motherboard and connected it to the general board. So 12 volts will be turned into the required 70,000 volts of constant current to source the X-ray tube through all these microschemes. Alright, enough talking, let's test it and see how it works. First test. Anton have already told me that he doesn't like it all. He doesn't like it because we are about to get the deadly X-rays. That is very dangerous, so never try it yourself. And keep in mind that we are the pros, and we have lead underpants. Damn it, we forgot to make them. We can make them later. Yeah, you're right. Let's turn on the inverter. Red indicators. Green light. The cooler is working. So in theory, we have got enough of power. And then we have to turn on the X-ray tube, or rather its coil. That's it, it's ready. Now all we have to do is to press this button, and the rays will appear. I better stand back. I recommend us to stay back. Luckily, the starting wire is long. We mustn't be exposed to the rays, and we're gonna move to the opposite side of the room. This thing doesn't burn the skin, but the underlayers. I don't like to stand close to that thing. I'm installing the dosimetry for us to see the rays influence. Do you mean it can become radioactive? There can be some. We're going to measure the X-ray radiation with a dosimeter, the one we used in Chernobyl. Let's start. Are you ready? It doesn't show anything, but I can feel some high voltage, see? The electricity kind of breaks through. There appear some bubbles in the oil. No radiation still. The voltage drops. That means we don't have enough voltage. Let's try it again. It looks like it's gonna explode. The voltage is really high, we can hear cracking, but the X-ray doesn't work. I think we have to increase the voltage. To see the X-rays, we have ordered some medical intensifying screens for $3. Look at it, it looks like regular paper. That's how it's called. Well, we have increased the voltage. Alex is running from it. That's right, no reason to take risk. The scary sound appeared. So are these screens supposed to glow? Right, that is just... Oh my. Holy Pripyat, it is 140 microamperes per hour. Now we have some fun. Alex, it was 140. I think we're gonna need even more power. Holy sheesh. How much? 287. Not 280, but 28. It isn't glowing still. Maybe put the screen closer. Why it is not glowing? I feel like we lack something, but I don't know what exactly. What else do we need? Well, we carry on assembling this X-ray machine, and we have already added a bigger coil to the high voltage transformer. Its primary winding turned out to be for 120 volts, not for 220, so it wasn't working properly. We have found out the reason why we didn't have X-ray. The thing is that X-ray emission, the anode current, depends on the general voltage pretty much, and we have increased it. And now it's working way better than before. We reduce the voltage to 3 volts using this wire. We use it as a ballast resistor. We can also close this circuit, look here, and it starts glowing brighter. If I connect it better, it will work better. See this? Let me show you, turning on. Generation began. I can hear cracking. The current is 0.5 amperes. 11 amperes go from the transformer. Now it's 12, 13, 14 amperes. I mean it's going from the battery. And there we can see a spot. Let's see it better. Film it. There is some. Really? Wow! I see it. Come on, have we really made it? We have finally got some glowing spot in this intensifying screen. We have managed to see through this tester. We really made it. Then we have checked our PlayStation and then a smartphone. It's all for the sake of science. Let's go. Let there be light, says the electrician. Get it out, don't hold it too long. I'm eager to see this. Have you got something? Yeah. Did you see a skeleton? Yeah. Really? When I put my hand there, it became a kind of heavier. Honestly, I'm not satisfied with brightness. The image is dark, and the tube doesn't even heat. This means we can use even more power. We are facing a kinda dead end, because we have made the most of this scheme already. The only option to increase the power is to try another scheme. And then I realized that I have the most powerful generator, the 1 million volt generator. We even used it to charge people. From this voltage, the intensifying screen will shine, bright like a diamond. So what about the radiation after all? Let's go and measure it. Oh, okay, let's see. What's up? The background is 6. 2, so 1 is worse. Anyway, your hand wasn't contaminated. Let's go, it's gonna be funny. Well, turn on the power. It's cracking. Do you hear it? Look here. Holy moly. Let's get out of here. I'm in the ray. Here I will be safe. Well guys, we have a better dosimeter. Let's put the Bella down and take the radio scan. It's 9,000, holy moly. Let's move farther. 10,000, turn it off. I forgot to remove the filter lead. Let's do it. I feel some tingling. Where exactly? I was electrocuted. So that was just some high voltage. Hey, look here. That is not from radiation. I move as far as I can. And I stay here to die. Turn on this scare machine. Now it's 15. 9,000. What? I should get back. That was 500,000 just yet. 500,000? Turn it off. Are you joking? Buy me some pills from that. It is extremely radioactive. The dosimeter goes crazy from this scary thing. Me too! Now I realize it is not as harmless as I thought. And then I remembered that we were going to make the lead underpants. I'm making the lead underwear. Lead is very easy to cut. Easy peasy. Well guys, now you know that the radiation is not that deadly. At least we are not dead yet, but that's not for sure. If anything happened to us, you will know in a week. Subscribe not to miss this. The X-ray experiments just to begin. And meanwhile we'll digest the radiation we've got.